Hey, how you guys doing? This is Neil, the art instructor at masterpaintingnow.com and Udemy, and also the best-selling author of How to Draw Awesome Figures on Amazon. What I'm going to be doing in this lesson here for you guys on the free channel is to give you guys a brief introduction to what gesture drawing is and what gesture drawing is not. Now, what's really cool is the reason why I'm doing this for you guys is, one, it's in preparation for a course I'm working on, which is an entire course on gesture drawing. And I'll be using throughout that course my software called Gesture Master. Here's a little icon for it. This is on my tablet here. You can download this on any tablet. Gesture Master downloads on, well, not any tablet, but any almost any Android device. So a tablet or pretty much anything that runs Android, your phone, whatever. I have it on my phone as well. I want to use this because it's a little bit bigger. It has about 70 or 75 images of my girlfriend in different cool poses that'll help you in drawing the figure that much better. So what a gesture drawing is, there's two different kinds of gesture drawings the way I see it as far as style goes. One is this more rhythmic style where you kind of use opposite C's a lot, but it captures enough of the image, the idea, the essence of the image, the motion, that you can turn this into a drawing. So the main focus of a gesture drawing is not to draw what you're looking at. It's not to go, okay, look at, I have this shape here. I have this line that goes across here to the knee. It makes this kind of empty space like a triangle. There's negative space here. It's not analyzing the drawing in that way to where you're trying to draw what you're looking at, but rather it's to capture the energy of the movement. That's why gesture programs like this one has like a 30 and 90 second option. It also has an infinite option where you can just look at it forever. I like using the 90-second option. I think it's really good. And so what it forces you to do is to focus, and we'll do a few of those right now. What it forces you to do is to focus on the energy of the pose, right? What the pose is doing, what the pose is saying. And it forces your mind not to really pay attention to like all the details and stuff like that. What's really important about why is this important to learn? It's important to learn because you want to be able to quickly capture the energy, even if it's from your imagination, someone running, for example, and you really want to capture that person running, and you have this kind of driving force forward like this, you have their head like this from a side view. You really want to capture this energy, then you can pull the arm down like this, come up, they have their fist here, and they have their back arm, it's kind of going back like this. And the purpose of this is to capture the motion, right? And so I want to really capture this. I want to have this. I want to have this up here more. I really want to take this leg. I want to push this leg back here into space. They're pushing off of that foot here. That's where all the energy is going. It's driving their energy forward. Their other leg's coming up like this. Maybe it's coming down a little bit like that, and that foot is coming straight like this. So it's to really capture the essence of that person running. And that's all it is. And that would be done in more of a, instead of this style, it's more done in this style. I like working in that style more. So it's just all about personal preference. Do you want to focus more on the basic shapes or more on the rhythms? And it's up to you which one you like. But in the end, you have the same idea. You have captured the essence of what you want. Now, I did that from imagination. And it's highly recommended that you know how to draw a basic form from imagination before, basic figures from imagination before attempting to do 90-second gesture drawings. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit start on this and we'll do a few of those. Let me go ahead and show you some that I've done so far really quickly while recording another video for the paid program, and also while recording a couple of videos for the course that I'm working on for gesture drawing. In the course, you actually don't need Gesture Master. It's not mandatory. I'm going to have like images, I'm going to show this like boom image up here bigger, taking up this little space over here so I can see the image better. Make sure you're in full screen and make sure you're in a higher resolution. So make sure like you're in HD or something like that. I recommend like 720 works really good. If your computer can handle it and your internet can handle it. Let's go ahead and just look through some of these here really quickly before we get started on doing some gesture drawings. This one's really cool. I really like it. I really exaggerate and emphasize on what it was I was looking at. And that's what's so cool about gesture drawing is it makes it really easy to do that, to take the pose you're looking at and go, okay, well, what's the main energy that I'm looking at? And then to transfer that into an actual drawing. This is showing the two different styles that's in the course. One was to show using more form, and the other one was a style to show using more of the rhythms of the pose. And you want to try to keep as much of that in in the final drawing as you can. You'll lose some of it naturally. The more realism you add to it, the less of that feeling you'll lose. This is someone like preparing for a pitch. And this is most of these are all based on my girlfriend. What's cool though also about gesture drawing is it doesn't matter whether you're looking at a male or a female, it's the energy behind the pose that you're focusing on. So it can be male or female. And in the end, you can draw it either way because you're focusing on the movement of the pose rather than anatomy or anything like that, or what the person actually looks like. Right, ready? Let's go ahead and start. I'm going to show you guys this in action now, and then you guys can try it yourself as well. There are free softwares out there like Pose Maniacs, but the problem with that I find, I started using it a long time ago, and the main problem with it, it's like all 3D models. And I even built one that had a lot of 3D models in it, and I had it on my website and everything. But then I was like, I got bored of the 3D models because they're not accurate, you know? And sometimes the energy is just not there for a 3D model. So then I went ahead and got a bunch of images off DeviantArt, and I put it into that program and used that. But here we go. I went ahead, took a lot of time to take some professional photos for this particular software, Gesture Master, which you can find again on Google Play. I'm using this on a regular Android tablet here. I'm gonna hit start, and then I'm gonna start doing it. Right, so the first thing I see here is I see this like main arch here. So I wanna really capture that. And I might even wanna exaggerate it. And again, I'm not trying to draw necessarily what I see so much as I'm trying to capture the energy of what it is I'm looking at. And so in this case, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the person is sneaking. And before this finishes, I'm actually going to stop this one because I want to show you guys something that's kind of cool. I have an idea right now for. So again, I like using more of this kind of two like form structures. It just helps me see what it is I'm drawing better. That's how I draw from imagination. So, and again, when you're doing this, you're really focusing on the pose itself and the energy of the pose, and what's the energy trying to say, what's the pose trying to say, what's the movement trying to say, what's the feeling of it, and that's what you're trying to capture more than anything else. So right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. I have 10 seconds left, but I pretty much finished. Now that's not, you know, again, it's not totally accurate all the time. You know, some of your attempts will be better than others. I forgot to stop. It already went to the next one. Okay, well, I guess when you push stop, hey, let me see here. Okay, I guess I didn't push stop. Sorry about that. Anyway, it pretty much captured the image, you know, the essence of that pose that I wanted to capture here. Let's go and try another one real quick. You can also go like show next. The problem when you show next is that you're not going to have, I guess you saw 90 seconds, so you can go through all these. There's this one where she's sneaking. That's the one I wanted to do to show how you can really cartoonize it, but it might take a while before I actually would get to that particular pose. I like that pose. That pose was nice. And so right now I'm just kind of flickering through some of these poses. So this is someone that had throwing a punch. I can really add more energy to this as well. So let's say I really want to exaggerate this, but I really want to pull this energy right here that comes through the arm. So I'm going to really take that, I'm going to pull it, and then I'm going to take the arm here. Let's say this is going to be an actual fist rather than more light-handed. And again, remember what we're trying to do is really focus on the energy of the pose more than anything else. So I really want to focus on this energy right here. I want to take this leg and I really want to pull this leg out here like so. So like that, and then really kind of pull the head over here. I really want this shoulder to come up more like that. I really want to pull that down. The main thing I want to focus on now is I really want this leg to be way back here in space, so that I really show that foreshortening. And that pretty much captures it. And this is all her breast area, so I just have it as basic forms. And so as you have it as basic forms, you can kind of capture that energy, but I can take that and I can put it into something else. So let me go ahead and push stop on this real quick. I can take this image, the idea, and I can turn it into something else. So I'm going to just do a smaller drawing down here really fast. So I like that, the essence of right here, really kind of pulling over the shoulder, and I can really kind of take the arm and pull it over like that. So it's kind of like coming through, and they had finished their punch. Really take the shoulder here, part of their chest, their stomach. If I really exaggerate this right here, I can really pull like this kind of 3/4 view here. Now I can really take that leg. Let's say I want the image, I want this to be really back into the background here. I don't have enough room now to do this, but I could even have it to where part of the face is covered by the arm. And I can have this leg really coming. Sorry about that, my tablet turned off. That's all right though. And I'm running out of room here, but as you can see, we can really pull that. All right, so sorry about that. I thought my tablet was fully charged, but I guess it wasn't. So I'm gonna use my phone, which is more reason for you guys to make sure you're in full screen. When you're watching this video, watch it in full screen and watch it in high quality, the HD quality. All right, let's try another one. Go ahead and hit start. So the main essence of this one here, I like it. Let's draw over here more. Got the side view of the head here, got the neck. I really like the idea of the arms here, so I want to like really show this form right here. I want to show how that hand is coming up like this. So I focus on the main parts of the movement that I really like the most in that pose, and that's what I'm focusing on trying to capture. Right, that arm kind of goes behind. Actually goes down more over here. I really want to show how the hands are like that. They have that kind of force behind them. I'll kind of shadow that one. I got to move this on a little bit faster if I got to focus more on the shapes here. Now, this is where I can really, have fun with it. But let's see here. I'm going to have this leg come out wide stance like this. Kind of coming down. I'm kind of pull the energy like this. So I'm going to kind of change up a little bit. And that's pretty much it. So I captured the essence of the movement. And notice that sometimes the proportions and stuff might not be accurate, but it's the movement that you're focused on capturing. So if I wanted to capture the movement of this one here, it's more that the person is like sitting down. I really want to capture that. How does that shape look? And that's really what I want to capture in this gesture. So for me, the most important thing of this gesture drawing is to capture the shape of the hips and of the butt, so that I can have that in my memory and go, okay, so that's how that looks. And just focusing on that imagery, I think is the real essence of this particular pose. I can just draw it however I want, doesn't really matter. No, the legs are going forward and then they're coming back like over here, and they're coming back this way. Draw the ball of the foot here. And then the ankle. And so that's pretty much it. It's really just that. That's the main thing I really want to capture. Everything else, I'm not really too concerned with, because it's not something that I really need to know to finish off this pose. Like I can finish off this however, there's all kinds of things I can do. The main thing I wanted to have in the pose, I've already captured it. So now, because I captured that main movement, I can really do whatever I want with this, and I can add anything. This is the main thing that to me that was important, and I captured that already. So now I can make her lean forward more by shortening this and have it foreshortening it, make her lean to the side. I can do all kinds of stuff with that. But this right here was the real essence of how does a butt look like when it's sitting down like that. That was the main thing in that pose I felt like I wanted to capture. Right, so we can show a couple other ones. Maybe you want to do something like this right here. I use cheap throwaway paper. It's just from Walmart. The main focus is that drive upward. So off that foot, I want to drive the energy upward like this. I want to try to use a C curve if I can, and then transfer that over like this. And that's that main power right here. And then I have the fist. So this right here is the main, that's the main focus right there. That's the lines I'm looking at. That's what's most important to me in this image. And that captures the whole focus right there. It's already done, really. I mean, but if I want to capture more information, I can. And so I'm like, okay, let's say I want to capture more information here. That way I have it for later on. And that's just it. So it's if you start your drawings off this way, you'll find there'll be stronger drawings for it. When you base your drawing off of a gesture drawing, the end result is going to be something that has more energy behind it, because that's all you're focused on capturing is that energy. Got that shoulder coming up. I really want to focus on capturing that. And then obviously I made this arm way too long. That's fine. I can just bring it down like that. And then you just have a little bit of her face here, back of the head, the arm coming down here, and the arm coming up, and her fist right here. That's it. So I've already captured everything I need. I don't even need to have to go anymore, so it's already done. But you can see that I've captured that. If you wanted to do something like this on a chair, same idea. I really want to focus on this opposite curve right here. I really want to get that exaggerated curve going. Pulled into the legs here. I really want to capture that over there. And I want to have the other knee coming through. The legs crossing. Have that come down to the foot. And have the other leg coming back behind it. You can also change it because you're not trying to draw exactly what it is you're looking at. You're trying to just capture the movement and the main idea of the pose. And to me, it's that shoulder. I really like how that shoulder pops up. I'm going to use a point to really exaggerate that. Come down with the arm. Again, you're not focusing on anatomy or anything like that. What you're focusing on is what's the essence of the whole movement of that pose. And that's what I'm focused on capturing here in this. Really want to push that, so I really exaggerated it. Now we have her breast up here. She's obviously much higher than what I have drawn her much higher than what she actually was. Her back one over there, and then her head would be right about here. But that's enough energy. I've captured enough of the essence of the pose. I can just shorten this down later when I redraw it. But I capture enough of the essence of how it feels. And that's what's important in the gesture drawing. The proportions and stuff isn't so important. What's important is the feeling of it. Now I can take this and take my knowledge of anatomy and stuff and fix it and turn it into a cool pose because I captured the essence already. All right, guys, thanks for watching so far. A couple quick things, couple quick shout outs and stuff and what to expect from the channel. Feedback from you guys. So I'm recording this now in a more professional studio. I'll be moving to a new place though. I'm gonna dedicate a room. I have a room right now dedicated. I just haven't like totally soundproof everything and all that. But I have a really good setup now, a good $700 just microphone setup. And this was my drawing like studio setup. So if this works for you guys, this is the quality to expect, the sound quality to expect, and also the video quality to expect for my future videos in the course on gesture drawing. So I'm working on an entire course that teaches gesture drawing from beginning to end. And yeah, so if you like the software and how it works, go ahead and download it. It is Gesture Master. Just go to Google Play. If I get enough requests to make an Apple version, then I will. It's already all built into the software. It's just a matter of porting it over to the Apple and then paying $100 a year to have an Apple thing. It's kind of dumb. Google Play don't make you do that, but Apple of course does. So $100 a year if you want to have your app on our thing. So yeah. Anyway, so also if I get enough requests to have a full version that has both a male model and a female model, then I'll hire a male model to go ahead and do that. and then maybe another female model if you guys would like have some variation within the models that are in the program. And that would be like Jester Master version 2 or something like that. But I wanted to, mainly it was for myself. I mainly made it for myself. And I thought, you know what? I bet you a lot of people would enjoy this software. And why not, you know, make this a little bit of money off of it, right? I mean, I'm doing all this stuff for free. So make a little bit something off of it. But yeah, it's not mandatory though to be able to do gesture drawing. There's a lot of other programs out there for free that you can try. I just like this one because one, well, it has my girlfriend in it, which I dig. And I chose certain poses for this on purpose that trains the brain to learn the mechanics of the body and how it moves from different ways and different views. And if you like use the software enough, I guarantee that your overall drawings for your comic books and illustrations of figures will like be that much better. Another thing, just really quickly, I would like to say before I close this out is, what would you guys like to see on this channel? Do you guys want to see more? Well, you won't be having no more my hypnosis and stuff videos. All that's on its own channel now. So just go to click on my name, Learn to Draw. That'll take you to my channel's homepage. On the homepage on the right hand side, you'll see my other channels that I link to, and one of them is the Asthma and Guided Meditations channel. Right now, there's only one guided meditation, but I will be putting some more hypnosis videos on there. So stay tuned for that. For those that have enjoyed that. As far as like, you know, physics and weird experiments, stuff like that, I'll still be doing that on this channel, like the Rorschach one. I'll be doing other ones like that. I have an idea right now in mind for one that I think would be really cool. Anyway, so yeah, and also my physics types of videos where I show like the quantum eraser experiment and my idea of how it works and what it is and implications of it. So I'll be sharing that still on this channel, and also writing. So yeah, stay tuned for a lot of writing lessons. That's coming. I'm also working on a full writing course on how I wrote Bending Nature and sold it. When I mean sold it, I mean they bought the book from me, right? So it's one thing to like get a book published somewhere, but they don't pay you anything for it. They only pay you royalties. They actually paid me up front for the book, plus they're gonna be paying me royalties. And that's through Big Publishing, bigideaspublishing.net is who purchased the book. You can read the first 3 chapters there for free to see if you dig the book. And if you do, hey, please help support me, help support the channel by buying a copy of the book. It's only $2.99 on Amazon. It's doing really good right now. Under the Urban Paranormal, it was ranked number 2 there for a while. I think it's ranked number 4 right now. And then in another section, it was ranked number 50. I forget, it's a very more competitive section. If you just type in vampire novel, I believe I was on page 2 today. So the day before that was on page 3. So I'm slowly making my way up. So yeah, but the more people that buy it and rate it, the better chances I have of it becoming a big seller. So that's what I'm hoping for. And that way I can focus on part 2. It's under the name Samantha Stone, which is my girlfriend's alias. And it's because she helped me write it to get the female characters to sound and feel like females. But, everyone knows, for a long time, if you've been on this channel, you guys know how much time I put into writing and stuff. And I used to do a lot of writing tutorials, and I will be doing more of them. So let me know what it is you would like to learn about writing. Yep. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm not sure what to call it yet either. So if you guys give me some ideas of what maybe to call it, should I call it just how to write a best-selling novel and how to publish it, or how to sell it? Or should I call it, how I wrote and sold Bending Nature, something like that. Or how I wrote and sold my novel Bending Nature, something like that. I just don't know what the title should be yet, but that's what it's going to be focused on, is all about how to write it. It's going to have an updated version with very good audio and visual, and like this quality of audio and really good visual, and it's going to have a lot of FaceTime and stuff of me explaining things. So it's not just going to be like I don't know if you guys watched the story guide and plot. I have 2 of them, one really old one, which the sound was horrible, and a newer one where the sound is better. But it's just all screen capture, and it's very it's very educational, but it's not the most entertaining thing to watch. There's really nothing happening on screen. And so the course is it's gonna be like me in front of the camera talking about a lot of that stuff, but it's gonna be an updated, better version, not just audio and visually, but also information. The information is gonna be better than it was before, but it's gonna have that's gonna be part of the course, is, my story guide and how to use it. So if you haven't seen that, the story guide and plot here on my channel, it's going to be like that, but better and upgraded, but plus a lot more, like how to make your characters come alive and really be different and really be characters that someone would love and want to read more about, to make them a memorable character that people will fall in love with, like Christopher Snow or Odd Thomas from Dean Koontz. Bella Swan from Twilight. I think she's a really lovable character, and I think that's really what makes that novel, is her character is pretty cool. And at times, though, her character is kind of irritating and dumb, but yeah, it could have been done better, but still, it was, captured the hearts of many people, those characters. She actually wasn't my favorite character in that book. Actually, you know what? You guys guess who my favorite character was, and I'll reveal it later. My favorite character in the Twilight series. See how much you guys know me. I don't think I've ever revealed it before, so yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see what you guys guess on who my favorite Twilight character was. It also shows me who actually watched to the very end and of this video, and who actually cares to actually interact with me. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this free tutorial or lesson here. And yeah, stay tuned for more. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and thumbs up. That'd be awesome. And subscribe. All right. Bye for now.